Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joey Graziadei shares story behind DWTS dedication dance. The next DWTS theme is Dedication Night. The celebs are dedicating their dances to someone close to them, or in Jen Tran's case, to singer Taylor Swift. Bachelor star Joey Graziadei reveals the story behind dedicating his dance to his fiancée, Kelsey Anderson. Keep reading to see what he says. Bachelor couple's relationship put to test. Millions of viewers tuned in to watch Joey Graziadei propose to Kelsey Anderson on the Bachelor Season 28 final. Even though fans loved the couple together, they started to doubt how long they would last due to poor financial decisions and other issues. But the real test came when Joey Graziadei was announced as a contestant on Season 33 of Dancing with the Stars. Kelsey accompanied him to Los Angeles and attends every live taping. However, some fans are worried about Joey's chemistry with pro-dance partner Jenna Johnson. To make matters worse, Kelsey recently revealed that she's giving up one of her dreams to make Joey happy. Joey Graziadei shares story behind DWTS dedication dance. Joey has made it as clear as he could that there's nothing on between him and his very married dance partner. The chatter persists, but maybe Joey Graziadei's next dance will stop the critics. The theme for the next DWTS episode is Dedication Night. Joey and Jenna will dance a Viennese waltz to Lose Control by Teddy Swims. The Bachelor Nation star shared a video addressing why he chose to dedicate his dance to his fiancée Kelsey. "I am dedicating this song to my beautiful fiancée, Kelsey Anderson," he began. Joey added, "Kelsey, you mean the world to me." He expressed how excited he was to perform the dance dedicated to her. Fans swoon over sweet gesture. Kelsey Anderson previously shared her reaction to her fiancé's intention. Bachelor Nation fans flooded the comments section to react to Joey Graziadei's video. Joey Graziadei stood backstage at the Dancing with the Stars studio, his mind racing as he prepared for one of the most emotional performances of his life. Underneath the dazzling lights and glamorous costumes, tonight's routine wasn't just about steps and technique. It was a tribute, a story woven through movement, and a way for Joey to bare his soul to the world. The decision to dedicate his dance had come from a place of deep emotion, and the journey to this moment had been anything but smooth. As he adjusted his costume one last time and took a deep breath, memories flooded his mind, pulling him back to the moments that had shaped this dance and ultimately shaped him. Joey had always been known for his charm and athleticism, qualities that made him a fan favorite during his stint on The Bachelorette and now on DWTS. But behind the easy smiles and smooth moves was a man who had weathered loss, disappointment, and heartache. The dedication dance was Joey's way of honoring those experiences while paying tribute to someone who had been a pillar in his life. The idea first surfaced during a late-night rehearsal session. His partner, pro dancer Emma Slater, noticed something off in Joey's energy. They had been practicing for hours, but there was a heaviness in the air that seemed to weigh Joey down. He was usually full of laughter and focused determination, but this time, something was different. "What's going on, Joey?" Emma asked, setting down her water bottle and giving him a concerned look. Joey hesitated, running a hand through his hair before finally opening up. "I've been thinking about my grandmother a lot lately. She passed away a few years ago, and, well, she's the reason I'm standing here today, in more ways than one." Emma nodded, encouraging him to continue. "When I was a kid, my parents worked a lot, and my grandma was the one who raised me. She was this tiny Italian woman with the biggest heart, and she loved to dance. She'd turn up the old records, and we'd waltz around the living room like we were performing in front of a crowd. It didn't matter that it was just the two of us, or that we weren't very good. It was about the joy of moving, the freedom of expressing something through dance. She always said, if you can move, you can dance." Joey's voice cracked, and he paused, swallowing hard before continuing. "She taught me so much. About life. About resilience." She'd always tell me that no matter what challenges came my way, I had to keep moving forward, like in those dances we used to do. Even when her health started failing, she'd still try to get up and move, just a little sway in the kitchen. It was her way of fighting back against time. Emma's eyes softened as she listened. She could see the layers of emotion Joey had been carrying, and she knew that this was more than just a dance for him. It was a way to heal. "Why don't we dedicate this dance to her?" she suggested gently. "We could make it a tribute, something that honors her memory and everything she meant to you." Joey's eyes lit up at the idea, and suddenly, the purpose of the performance became clear. This was no longer just another routine in the competition. It was a chance to reconnect with the woman who had taught him the value of perseverance, the joy of dance, and the strength of love. In the days that followed, Joey and Emma worked tirelessly on the choreography, shaping the dance to reflect his grandmother's spirit. They chose a waltz, a nod to the dances Joey used to do with her in the living room. The song they selected was one his grandmother used to hum while cooking, a sweet melody filled with nostalgia and love. As Joey practiced, he found himself tapping into emotions he hadn't allowed himself to fully process before. Each step became a way to express his grief, his gratitude, and his longing for the woman who had been his guiding light. There were moments during rehearsals when the weight of it all would bring him to tears, but Emma was always there, offering support and reminding him that this dance wasn't just about sadness. It was about celebrating the life of someone who had given him so much. On the night of the performance, the studio buzzed with anticipation. Joey's story had already touched the hearts of many, and the audience knew this wasn't just another dance, it was a heartfelt tribute. As he and Emma took their places on the dance floor, Joey could feel his grandmother's presence with him. The music began, soft and sweet, and Joey moved with a grace that felt almost otherworldly. Each step told a story. The way he held Emma mirrored the way he used to hold his grandmother's hand during their impromptu living room waltzes. The spins and turns reflected the joy she had brought into his life, while the slow, deliberate movements symbolized the moments of struggle and heartache they had both endured. As the dance built to its final crescendo, Joey felt a wave of emotion crash over him. And in that moment, he wasn't just performing. He was dancing for his grandmother, for the memories they had shared, and for the love that still lived on in his heart. When the final note of the song echoed through the studio, the audience erupted in applause, but Joey barely heard it. He stood still for a moment, his chest rising and falling with the effort of holding back tears. He glanced up at the ceiling, a small smile tugging at his lips, as if silently thanking his grandmother for everything. As the judges delivered their feedback, praising the emotional depth and beauty of the performance, Joey felt a sense of peace wash over him. This dance had been more than just a routine. It had been a way to say goodbye, to honor the woman who had shaped him into the person he was, and to remind himself that, no matter where life took him, she would always be with him, waltzing by his side. In the end, the scores didn't matter. What mattered was the connection Joey had felt, the love he had expressed, and the story he had shared. And as he left the dance floor that night, he knew that his grandmother would have been proud, not just of the dance, but of the man he had become.